This is a short documentary that delves into life in rural Ireland, highlighting the local community of Cootehall and the powerful role volunteering plays in shaping it. I, David Bakare, a proud resident of Cootehall village, will be highlighting the individual stories of dedication, passion and contributions from people who helped this village thrive.
Hi, welcome to the latest Cootehall clean-up. Great to see such a huge crowd back out again today. Anybody who's interested in getting involved, look at our social media pages, Facebook and WhatsApp. Young and old, all welcome. Great to see all ages. Big crowd at 10 o'clock this morning. This is our 2 o'clock crowd. Bring another piece of the village back to life, where people can go down, enjoy it, have kids run around more safely, and it's just a testament to all the volunteers, great volunteers in the community that are putting their time and effort into this space for the benefit of the community. So that's the power of Cootehall.
Hi, you're welcome to our Carn Park here. We're the home of St Michael's GAA Club. Show you our facilities and the developments that we've done over the last couple of months and years. There's pitches and playing areas here for all our supporters, our members and our kids involved in the community. Okay, so I'm just going to welcome you in here to our dressing rooms. You can see our emblem, our crest there. Very spacious area. We're delighted to have it. It's a huge improvement on our previous facilities. Photograph of our club area. It's a huge club area. It runs from Sligo on the northern side, the northwest side, and it runs to Carrick-on-Shannon, Boyle. So that's our area there. This is our gym here. We set this up a number of years ago and we've added to it since. So there's a number of freestanding weights here, to bars, to machines, to bicycles. Look at all our adults team, ladies and gents use this. I suppose any team from 16, 18 up use this during the off season. It's available for any people in the community to use as well. So it's a great addition to have on site. Okay, so welcome into one of our meeting rooms here. Look at a lot of the photographs on the wall are teams that have competed in different events, from scoring and old music to Gaelic football to different competitions over the years. So a huge load of information here, and we're very proud of all the people that represented us. So these are a lot of our teams that were successful over the years, going back to, we had a senior score All-Ireland winners back in the 70s, 2 players that represented the club on the county scene, to our junior winning team last year. It also functions as a meeting room. It's available for both club members and the community in general, and it's used on a very regular basis. Something that isn't just on the playing field, it's our SCORE team. So SCORE is a cultural aspect of GAA life. So we had an All-Ireland winning novelty act team in 1973, 2006, we had set dancing team in 1980, instrumental music in 2014, and again figure dancing in 1983. So that's some of the events that go on in the GAA outside of the playing field. So we're very proud of all of those people who have represented us. They're very talented at acting and dancing and instrumental music.
My name is Bakare Henry and I've been living in Cootehall all my life. So a big part of the community is the local St Michael's draw coming up now in a week or two. Every prize, we have 15 prizes, every single one is sponsored by either a club member or a friend of the club, and looking forward to it. A lot of us have put time into it, selling tickets and supporting fundraising, so it'll be good to see stuff come back to the community as well, and hopefully I might get lucky myself. Through football and the footballing team and the community, you get to reach out to parts of the community you mightn't necessarily know. People in my team growing up, there's 3 primary schools in the parish, and there's other primary schools that people might attend as well, and you mightn't necessarily know people. You make friends for life through football, getting to know people. They might be living far away from you, but there's something in common and something to bond over in football. It's a great part of the community. Historically, Cootehall has been known as a fishing or a village on the river. Boyle River passes through the village. People who come from abroad, there's French and German people currently staying around the area, getting a bit of peace of mind, whether it's for fishing or just going out on a day like today. Main part of tourism in the area is people coming down on boats. We're coming up on summer soon enough, and that's when the main footfall comes. People from Dublin and down the country as well come down for weeks at a time. It's great to see the place so vibrant.
Hello, my name is Mary Fryer. I'm from Cootehall Village. My role in the community is I run a taxi service. Right, so you're off to Kilronan Castle today. 30 years in Cootehall. We're doing the taxi business this last 18. I'm originally from Mayo, a place just outside of Knock, between Knock and Claremorris, called Murneen. That's the local national school we're passing. There's 158 kids in. And the sense of community is very nice in it, and people are very kind and helpful. Overall, I've been in Brazil, Portugal, Italy, New York, Orlando, Miami. I've been around. It's up and down. You can have good days, good weekends and bad weekends. Friday night we had the Oscars here in Kilronan where we're going. 700 people were at it, so it was for the local GEA in Ballyfarnon. So there's a good few people needing taxis to get home from that. So it's big events like that, you'll be more busier than normal. Otherwise you're waiting on weddings or christenings or funerals or some family occasion, or just the general youngsters needing a lift to town. If I wasn't here at this taxi business, and it has been said to me on a number of occasions by young and by old that we would never get out, and if we did get out, you're kind of letting down over 600 or 700 people. I'd say probably in 10-15 years we'll probably slow down a bit, but I can't see us completely giving it up. Yeah, we have a farm as well, top it all off. So baby calves and cows, which is suckling farming. I never had as a child, which I feel is part of the farm life. Like God, it's a Sunday, nice chill day, no school, no play school, no taxiing, and just take a nice chill day out, enjoying the sun in Kilronan. Overall, you can burn out. Your well-being and everything kind of goes if you don't take a time to yourself and all work and no play, and you have to set goals in life to, like my goal for this year is hopefully in the month of December is to go to Lapland. It's not a lot of time, but at the same time, it's downtime. It's me time, it's family time. What better place to have it, a me space time today is sitting in the sun. So I hope that my impact on all my teenagers, adults and old people have an impact on their life, and maybe I've made it better. There was one child in particular that was afraid going to college, said he couldn't talk to his mammy or his daddy, and he asked me what was I going to do to get a taxi home, because he'd always used me from a tot to a teenager. So the best thing I told him was put his name on the back of his hand and he'd get there eventually. To this day he always thanks me for that. So hopefully I've left a mark on different children, different adults along the way.
So this is the John McGahern Barracks Museum in Cootehall in North County Roscommon. This building was originally an RIT barracks. This building is actually 160 years old. It became a Garda station in the formation of the state in 1922. A working Garda station right up to 2012. Later on we'll be going into the day room as it's called. But the remaining part of the building was derelict. This building is actually owned by the OPW, the Office of Public Works. So it's a state-owned building, and Cootehall Community Development Group, a local voluntary group which formed in 2004, we have a licence to actually operate this as a community house and the John McGahern Barracks Museum. So just to put it into context, John McGahern is probably one of Ireland's most famous writers, authors. He died in 2006. He lived here as a young boy, 1939 up to the late 1940s. In 1963, he wrote a book called The Barracks. And now Cootehall has a museum that commemorates John McGahern, that commemorates policing. And we have visitors come here during the summer every year. The first year we had over 1,000 visitors. It kind of remains that way, but it's all voluntarily. Okay, so I'm going to bring you into the reading room, which commemorates the work of the late writer John McGahern. The reading room is a wonderful space for people who have an interest in McGahern's work, for even those people who don't have an interest in McGahern's work, to come and find out and learn about who was John McGahern, what was his association with this building back in the middle of the last century. You can see as we walk through, we've got pictures and data in relation to his family, pictures of his mother and father. He had a very close relationship with his mother. The family moved into the barracks here in Cootehall and grew up here essentially. There's some artifacts here, typewriters, there's books that commemorate John McGahern, the list of writings that he produced, well, some of them anyway. But the dark created an awful lot of consternation at the time in the middle of the 1960s because he was actually fired as a primary school teacher for having written this. It was actually censored. It was forbidden to buy this book in Ireland at the time, which is outrageous when we think about it in modern terms. This is about McGahern and his life and commemorating him. We move into what's known as the Day Room, and the Day Room commemorates policing in Ireland in the middle of the last century. And this was actually an active working police station up to 2012. John McGahern's father was the sergeant here. There was 4 guards and a sergeant working here policing the entire area where nothing ever happened. And then we've got certain memorabilia here, you know, from handcuffs to the Garda certificate of discharge books to even certain statements that we found when the barracks was being renovated. These statements actually came from behind a wall, believe it or not. That dates back to 1953. We have some pictures that relate to volunteerism back in the 1940s. It was like from the GAA, there was obviously a local football team, there was a local band, and you know, these are all volunteers that got involved. From my perspective, I moved to Cootehall in 2003. 2004, the Cootehall Community Development Group was established as initially as a Tidy Towns group, and it did that for the following 18 years. And then we had some flagship projects, and this being, while we're in the barracks, being the biggest project. Volunteerism, you know, I mean, in a small rural environment, it's so crucial. That gels the network, the community together, whether it be, you know, for the adults and the children, whether it be sport, whether it be community activities like Tidy Towns. There is no payback, obviously, but the payback actually is, you know, you're contributing to a community, you're helping the community along, you're letting your children and other younger people in the community see what can be achieved. I think it's the nucleus of any community, whether it be in an urban environment or a rural environment.